What's up everybody, my name is Jack Billings, CEO and founder of Shedknives, and today we're going into the best budget knife on the market, 2023 Skur. Be sure to stay until the end of the video because I'm sure you'll learn something new. Alrighty, what's up everybody? Like I said, my name is Jack Billings. I'm the CEO and founder of Shedknives here in Dover, Delaware. Today, I have a special knife with me. I have the 2023 Skur. This is by far the best budget fixed blade, the best budget knife here on the market right now as of 2023. So I'm going to go into some detail here on the 2023 Skur. So first off, where did the Skur come from and what does it mean? So the Skur was actually made by accident in 2020. I was in this shop here that I'm in now, and I accidentally made the knife from a US Tonto. So the US Tonto has similar features as of 2020. The two knives shared some similar details there. But the 2023 Skur came from that accident. And I decided, it's a cool looking knife. Let me turn it into a model. So I designed it, I come up with the knife, and it looks pretty good, but I need a name. Every knife needs a name, right? So I'm very specific on the names I choose for my knife selection. A few names like the Resilience, the Momentum, the Tuatara, all those knives share a similar sound to them. So they all have that similar sound. So what was a name that fit? Well, the Skur. Now, if you look at the definition of Skur, it's actually Norwegian. It's not an English name. The name Skur, which is pronounced on the spelling on the screen, it's like your, but with an SK in front of it. So Skur, pretty much. So the Skur, it means shed, which I am in right now, the shed knife shop. And so I thought, Skur means shed. This was made in the shed, so I thought, perfect, let me make it that. So then we have the 2020 Skur. It became a bestseller, and it didn't even release at the normal release, which is first day or the first couple of days in the new year. So it released in, I believe, middle of summer. So we were already like 6 months in, and the Skur outsold everything else. 2021, do a re-release with the Skur. A couple updated features like the half-inch lanyard hole, just some things like that. Just the general design of the knife became a bestseller. In 2022, the Skur was number 2 for bestseller there. Number 1 was the Tuatara, which was a great surprise there. The Tuatara was sold, a ton of those were sold, so that was awesome. But the Skur was still number 2. Right now, as of 2023, May, the Skur is the best seller. So this knife, a ton of people, like hundreds of people have bought this thing. It is truly a great knife. So now that you know the background of the knife, let's get into the actual details of it here. So the Skur here, it has a stonewash finish. It may look kind of shiny, but it's just type of stones I use there. So we have the stonewash. So I throw that knife in stonewash here after pulling it off the knife jig where we get this beautiful hollow grind. So we throw it in the stonewasher there, puts a great finish on it. The steel itself is actually like a raw finish here. This isn't something that we put through any polishers or anything. This is literally straight off the sheet, just cut out the design and then into the stonewash, where a lot of companies put some gloss finish on it. Not Shedknives, we like the rough look. So goes in the stonewash, has a nice stonewash there. The handle is G10. The model I have right now, or the variant I should say, is Coyote Tan. This is my personal favorite. Coyote Tan, it just has a cool feel. I have to use a 36 grip belt to work with this here. It's a unique material, but it definitely feels great. It has a cool texture to it. It has 3 screws in the handle here, and then 2 screws in the sheath here where that holds the clip. And if you see any scratches or stuff on this, please note I've been carrying this knife since the release. So we're 3-4 months in now. So I've been carrying this knife practically every day. So definitely has some use. Now let me tell you about these screws here now that we're on to the screw portion. It has a total of 5 screws on it, 5 bolts, 5 screws. They're all the same. Well, there's only 3 screws in the handle, 3 screws in here. Why are they all the same? Easy answer, it's because it's interchangeable parts. The Skur is designed for functionality, same with the 2023 collection. Everything is designed to be functional, you can use in the outdoors. So one side has the Phillips head bits, the other side has the flat head bits, because let's face it, sometimes you're in the woods, you only have one or the other. And also, most people don't really carry around a Phillips head bit, where maybe you can use the point of another knife for these flatheads here. So, some versatility there. Also, you might lose a screw out of the clip here. I haven't heard of it happening, but you just have to be prepared. No matter what, these are high quality knives, but sometimes things happen. Sometimes you pull really hard on the clip and it might pop off. So to prevent you from not being able to use this knife, all you gotta do is just pull the center screw out and you screw it back in with the clip here. So interchangeable parts. And then after that, you might be wondering, well, can I still use the knife? Yes, of course you can. That's why we have the 2 screws on the left and right side. You can pull the center one out and it'll still function just fine. And moving into a few other details here, this is 154 cm. It's high quality steel here. It is technically a stainless steel, but it has some of the characteristics of carbon steel. It has the best of both worlds. This doesn't really corrode, at least takes quite a bit to corrode this knife, where a high carbon blade is going to corrode quite easily. Not the Skewer, not the 2023 collection. Where with carbon steel, you also have a very strong blade. That's exactly what this is. This is very strong, and it's a great steel. So a couple companies like Benchmade, for example, they use 154 cm, some of their hunt line. So it's just a great steel. A couple other features here. We have jimping on the top here on the spine. It's got a great spot for your thumb there, so you can really get in. Has a beautiful belly on there for skinning game. You can't really debate the fact that a belly on a knife is useful. I mean, it certainly is useful, and I love carrying a knife with a belly, even a Tonto blade as well. But you get the best of both worlds with the belly here. If we look at the back, we have the 1/2-inch lanyard hole here. This was designed from actually an influencer. I sent one of these knives out for a review. Actually, I sent the 2020 drop point, and he wanted a larger lanyard hole. So I said, sure, let's do it. So put a larger lanyard hole in here. We have the 1/2-inch lanyard hole, and the edges aren't very sharp, so your rope can get in there and it won't cut it. Where some knives, you have that sharp hole there, and you can cut your rope or end up cutting it, fraying it, that sort of thing. Also, we have a spot at the back here. This was designed for self-defense primarily. So we have this cool slant here that wraps around, so you don't have a sharp corner in your hand. So you have this nice round point here that really feels nice in the hand. Then you have a little slant here. I call it like a dull point, because it's not super sharp, but it still serves the function of a point. So you can use this for self-defense. Maybe you need to break something, crack something. This is what you'd use it for. And then you have that jimping at the top there to keep your hands secure. Now let's get into the sheath here. The sheath is Kydex. It's black Kydex. Has a black clip as well, made out of Kydex. All of this is done in-house at Shed Knives, so everything is guaranteed quality. We know where we get the materials from. Everything's 100% USA made, and it's just a great sheath. And let me tell you a little bit about it. The sheath here, it doesn't just cover the blade, it actually comes up on the handle a bit. This is not very normal for fixed blade knives. Usually it just stops at the blade. Well, the reason for it, first off, is easier for your knife to click in. It has a nice click when it comes up on the handle. And also, look at this here. See that? It's easier to get my blade in. For example, this is a 3/16 thick blade here. So it's easier to get the 3/16 blade into a roughly a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch opening versus a 3/16 opening. So picture this on your hip, you're trying to get this in, you have this extra space that just kind of funnels it into the sheath. You also have 5 different grommets in here for different clip placements. The clip is quite adjustable, and if you want, you can take it off and throw on something different if you want to do that. So this is a really high quality knife, and price right now, it's definitely under the $200 mark, which a lot of fixed blades are, especially the handmade ones, are $200 and up, sometimes $300 and up. So this one here is live right now on shedknives.com for $120. And it's a really high quality piece for being handmade here in the US with 100% USA materials for $120. Can't beat it. So this is definitely one of the best knives I think I've ever made, really. So the 2023 Skur, I'm very proud of this knife, but for the market itself, knowing what it takes to create this knife, if we calculate our materials, calculate where they come from, American made, we calculate the production facility, you know, we make our stuff here entirely in the US, and then the price, $120, you can't beat it. I've not seen a knife this good on the market. So this is by far the best budget knife here, the best budget fixed blade specifically on the market. So thank you guys for watching. I certainly hope you enjoy this video. So if you like the 2023 Skur, go ahead and click the link in the bio. You can visit shedknives.com like what you see on the screen here. Be sure to check out shedknives.com where you can get this 2023 Skur. So if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the like as usual. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.